how to absolutely destroy your car in like 10 seconds, do a pull down the street, boy. Yep. Whoa, perfect example. What the heck? So if you have not watched the last video, make sure that you do so, because some of the stuff I'm about to say is not going to make sense. So to tie it all in, you have to watch the last video. But to make it make sense, it's been a crazy past 2 days with this car. I'm gonna try to make this make sense because there's been so much. Like, I even filmed on Saturday because I was on that car all day. I had to stop filming because everything was just everywhere and like it wasn't making sense. So I'm going to try my best to make a story throughout these past 2 days, tell it, and then get you guys caught up, and then we'll get inside today's video. So the last video, you guys saw that we started the car. Well, we had two issues. One you knew, the other one you probably didn't catch. The first one was there was air getting in the power steering lines, making that noise. So we had to run a new power steering line. The other thing was that idling thing that I told you guys. I've been telling you guys. What happens is when you start the car, it only does it on cold start. You start it, it goes way below 1,000 RPMs, and then it catches itself. It acts like it's about to stall, but then it doesn't stall. Right, so we had that issue. So all day Saturday, I was chasing that, like, because I figured it was a vacuum leak, right? So I was chasing a vacuum leak for like pretty much all day Saturday. So I got up, did a leak down test with our DIY smoke machine. There's smoke coming out of here. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Found out our fuel pressure regulator, that fitting was leaking. Found out the fuel rail was leaking. So we ended up fixing both of those, and then put the car back together, drove it, and found that it was making like this weird noise. It was like a squeaky noise I've never heard in any of my cars. What is that? Was freaking weird. I thought that the turbo was bad. I was stressing. So then I woke up yesterday and found out a line blew, well, not a line, it was the whole charge pipe that blew off behind the bumper. So I ended up taking the bumper back off, finding that, fixed it, repaired it, and then I found out another charge pipe. It was like a coupler below the charge pipe that blew off. It was leaking too, so I had to replace that. Like I said, it's been a crazy past 2 days. Everything has just been everywhere, but it's finally solid. We tested over yesterday. I know I did it off camera, but I just wanted to make sure everything was good before I started this video. And then we actually did another leak down test before the exhaust side before I opened this video, and found that the V-band on the right hand side was loose. That's connecting to the crossover pipe. Now, I know it wasn't loose before we originally started the car because I did the leak down test after we put the up pipe on and the crossover pipe. So I'm guessing that it maybe got loose yesterday during the test drive, but ended up fixing that, tightened it, and everything is good. I did a leak down test on the exhaust side and through the manifold. Hopefully that made sense. I did film on Saturday, but again, I had to stop because everything was just everywhere and it wasn't gonna make sense. So now that we got that out the way, let's get inside today's video. But everything is good. I didn't put on the Nismo brace because I just want to make sure everything is good before I put that back on, because it's kind of a hassle taking that off and then trying to get to everything else. So figured I'd leave that off for the time being, just for like another day or two, make sure everything is good, and then I'll put that back on. You guys see UPS here, and it's like freaking, what time is it? It is 10:57. I told you guys the last video, we waited all day for UPS to show up because I needed something on the truck, and I ended up being their last stop. I didn't get the part until 6 o'clock. But the day I don't need anything, they're here before 11. Wow. All right, let's go. I love the way this car sounds. Sounds pretty sick. It's crazy because this car feels way more solid, and I just remembered there's one other issue we have on this car that I don't think I've explained to you guys yet. So it happened right after Car Week, Monterey Car Week. We have this really loud whine in here, if you guys can hear it in the back. And as I go down, RPMs drop down, the whining gets quieter, and then as I go faster, it gets louder. So I'm thinking that is probably the differential. I read online that sometimes when you change the fluid that it kind of fixes it. So that's one thing that we're gonna have to take care of one day this week also. But yeah, it happened right after Monterey Car Week. Woo! That was scary. Gotta turn traction control off because it ruins things. Let's get one more baby pull. This is low boost. Bro, this car sounds so sick. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Like, only if you guys can see the big smile that's my, actually you can. This car is so sick, bro. Words can't describe how sick this car is. So with low boost, we're hitting 11 PSI. We're gonna do a high boost pull, and I wanna see what we're hitting. Let's go ahead and change that right now to 2, and let's go. 14 PSI. On high boost we're supposed to be hitting 15, so it's somewhat right. Who knows, maybe that vacuum block little thing might change that. So it might be leaking. I'm assuming that it's leaking, so we'll test it again later. I realize that I've been calling these vacuum blocks when they're vacuum caps, but let's go ahead and get this replaced. So it's underneath here. We're gonna go ahead and take this off. That's this one right here. So I feel like the only reason, well, not only is it cracked, but I feel like the only reason why I know that it might be leaking is because it's black tape. I don't know if it's expanding or the air is just pushing it, but I put tape over it to see if it stopped the leak, but it's like way worse than what you guys can probably see. It's probably not focusing on it, but yeah, that thing's cracked. So let's go ahead and use one of these. I hate that I have to buy all these like ones that I'm not ever going to use, but it is what it is. So we got it on. I even put a zip tie on it just in case. How to absolutely destroy your car in like 10 seconds, do a pull down the street, boy. Yep. Whoa, perfect example. What the heck? That's sick. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have came this way. Fix your roads, bro. Terrible. Shifted right there. Whoops. Go! Oh, look at this, look at this. Oh my God, bro. People don't know how to drive. They just don't know how to drive. It's crazy. I never run straight 91 in this car, so I never really know how it smells, but bro, we gotta get E85 in this car ASAP because it smells disgusting. So we came to the OG spot for E85. Oh look, there's a seat right there. That's cool. This is the OG spot. This is the first E85 station that I kind of discovered when I first went on E85. I don't know, I kind of like the station more. I don't know why. Even though the other station's newer. And that Chevy's kind of in my way, for being honest. That thing looking extra dirty. Open this first. We got some new E. Let's do a quick little baby pull. And we are back at home. Honestly, I feel like this car drives even better now that we put a fresh tank of E85 in it. But this is where I'm gonna end today's video. I gotta do some TikTok things. But if you guys like it, give it a fat thumbs up. And just know, the Z is back. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and stay tuned.